It's something many parents may have to deal with, trying to pry their kids away from the television or their video games to get them more active. According to studies, kids ages 8 to 18 spend more than 44.5 hours per week in front of the computer, television, and video game screens. It's like a full-time job. Joining us this morning to tell us how we can get our kids to unplug is licensed social worker and president and CEO of Daniel Memorial, Jim Clark. Okay, 44.5 hours a week?
That's
wow.
right. That's right. That's an average. That is really.
Is any of that doing homework or studying? It's
no.
Just...
And in fact, children from the age of 8 to 18, a study has found that they will see 200,000 acts of violence on TV before they turn to the age of 18. So it is something that parents should be aware of. There was a study, there's over 1,000 studies since 1950, and the Senate Judicial Committee did a study that found out that kids who are subject to a lot of TV, a lot of violence, they indeed, it does influence their attitudes and some of their behavior. So it's something that parents should be aware of.
What should parents do? Because you're not going to unplug them all together, and you don't want to.
No, you don't. You want to set guidelines. That's first of all. Children need to know what the guidelines are, and parents need to communicate to kids why they're interested or why there is an issue with that. So that's one, is set the guidelines, maybe no TV before school, 1 hour a day or something of that sort. Whatever the criteria is, it's always really the parent who should set that as a standard. Along with that, what they can also do is there are parental controls to make sure. On our website and on your website, we have tvblanket.com, which shows parents how they can go about monitoring their TV. The other thing I tell parents, use your VCR and your Devo. Be able to control when you want your children to watch the shows. That's a really important feature that a lot of parents don't know about.
Of course, now we're giving our kids these phones that they can play video games on, and they can even sometimes watch movies on.
That's right.
That plays a role, too.
That plays a role, too. And I always tell people one of the things you have to do is set an example. Maybe you have a diet TV day, so no one's watching TV. Because, again, TV does not create interaction with the family. So it's something. Out of the bedrooms, too. Children under the age of 16, it is really not a very beneficial thing to have a TV in the bedroom. Parents don't know what the kids are watching, and they're isolating. And the best thing to do is for the family to watch the shows together.
What about in the summertime, though? Because kids are out of school. They're going to spend more time in front of the computer and in front of the television, right?
Adam, you've seen everything talk about obesity and how we have to get kids out. And that's one of the things that we're trying to encourage parents to do with their children. Get outside, enjoy it. Maybe today may not be the best day in the world.
TV day,
that's right. But board games, family activities, things of that sort are alternatives, and we sometimes think the only thing we can do to pass our time is to sit down and watch TV.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that sometimes.
Well, so am I. But there's a time and place, and you're an adult, we're an adult. We've already overcome some issues, so we're trying to train our children now.
All right, Jim, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure.
If you'd like more information on this topic or other family-related issues, you can head to newsforjax.com, click on the Scene on 4 tab, and look under Weekend Headlines.